Alright, we're at another job that apparently has a refrigerant leak. This fella here lives kind of out in the country a little bit. Nice place. I guess that's his greenhouse indoor garden. So this is supposed to be a 20 SEER or 21 SEER Lennox unit that has apparently had to have refrigerant a couple of times and coil replaced and a lot of stuff going on for a lot of years. So we're going to take a look at it for him and see if we can form an opinion on it. Right off the bat, took these off by hand. Just screwed them right off with my fingers, no problem.
So it's supposed, when you tighten them up, supposed to seal?
Oh yeah. And whoever replaced the capacitor, they don't mind it. And there is a floor here, a shelf here, so I guess that's not the end of the world, but most of us wouldn't do that. So it's a decent design machine here. Got the typical Lennox insulated compressor cavity here to try to keep it quiet. And these weird service valves here. This one's weird anyway. I never really cared for that. So let's I do at least still have the high pressure manual reset. I always thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, I've actually used that a few times.
Well, you shouldn't have to, but
well, I know you shouldn't have to.
I always thought it was a good idea.
I've had,
but nonetheless, let's see.
Had numerous cases where when I'm traveling and my wife is here by herself and the system goes down, she now knows to come out and push that button, and 90% of the time it'll come back. Or it has every time since she started doing that.
All right, we got our gauges on it. Not terribly equalized. Could be by design. This is reminiscent of an ICP little trip alert box thing, we call them. It flops around. Pretty smooth and quiet operating machine here. This is a 45 by 5. So change that out easy enough to one that actually fits that bracket. So let's give this thing about 10 minutes to dial itself in and see where it's at. We may go inside and just kind of eyeball the airflow and stuff in the meantime. All right, it's been running about 10 minutes. I noticed on the inside of the cover they added 3 pounds of refrigerant in 2010. Then again in 2014 they added 2 pounds 14 ounces, which you might as well say is 3 pounds. We have what I would consider to be a little bit high superheat. Tad edgy on the subcooling, but that's probably okay. And a little bit low on the suction pressure. So, see, I got this thing where it's hard to, there you go. Hard to see by the camera. It's been running a good 10-12 minutes. So, use a touch of charge now, but I'm going to look at their chart and take a few temperature readings and see what we think. Okay, looks pretty good under here, and there's our gas furnace, so let's go over here and take a look. Our filters, just like what we use, and see the standard case coil here. See that it is what you would buy, and then you see their additional coil that they have there. Look at what this is in case we need to look this up, but I'll tell you what, that is one dumb setup here. It tees into the suction line. Not sure what this thing is here. You know, this reminds me of the old Pulse they made. So this is their version of a Pulse refrigeration system. Or at least that's what I'm gonna call it. So here's our liquid line coming in from the condenser, going in through this, whatever you want to call it, coil, and feeding back to here, going into this coil. Whatever this is, teeing out of the suction line, and this is rigid. This is big and heavy, like a big muffler. I don't know what that thing is. There's obviously a valve there. Recirculate through it, obviously, in some fashion or another. And this is Lennox's designed to create high S.E.E.R, and it is stupid. Look at that. Mechanical fittings outside everywhere. Boy, what a bunch of junk. All right, so got in there and saw all that and explained what all that is, which, you know, in my opinion, it's all garbage, but nonetheless, that's the first time I saw in person one of those Lennox humidity control system deals there. And I'm gonna guess that's their claim to fame, to try to say they can get 21 S.E.E.R out of a what I call single stage, but it's actually an unloading compressor, so the compressor will run at, I think it's 80% or 100% capacity now. It's still running the motor and it's still burning the power, but you know, an unloading compressor is basically just like something with a relief valve in it, you know, so that's just not a whole lot of respect out of me to Lennox for that type system and that design, but you know, it somewhat works. But you saw all that crazy stuff in there on the refrigeration system end of it. Tell you what, that's something else. But thank God for the sensible customers, and that guy does not want to, he's lived with that for 12 years and he does not want to pour money in it. So he's looking at a 20 S.E.E.R with modulating gas furnace change out. He has shaken hands on it with me, but he does want to see the quote in writing. And I assured him there's no hidden bells or whistles. But nonetheless, I'm going to get that out to him in his email tonight. I told him it may be late tonight, but he'll get it sometime and start reviewing it. And I'm pretty sure we'll be over there soon and change that thing out to a nice true 20 S.E.E.R train system. So we will get some footage on that when we do the change out. So we got one more to go, and my other guy got caught up and caught one of my calls for me, or one that I had intended to take. So I'm pretty happy with that. So that means I got one more, and I'm gonna go home and work on the drag car and go out to eat tonight. So thanks for watching, and I will keep you posted.